let's make this very clear. I'm not giving you anything for free. You want a better grade? Earn it. You want my attention? Keep it. You want extra credit? Then give me the extra credit. Hi. Before we get into this video, I'd like to thank all my Patreon members for their continued support. If you want to follow me on my other platforms, my link is in the description below. Now, let's get into the video. Oh, you're still here. I thought everyone had left already. Don't mind this. This is to listen back, if I need to, on our conversations. No. You don't have to rush off. Close the door behind you. Gently. There we go. Much better. Much better. You wanted to talk to me after class, didn't you? I noticed you kept looking over at my desk during the lecture, trying to catch my attention, trying to look focused, trying very hard to look innocent, though. Come here. Not too close, though, just close enough that I don't have to raise my voice. This is a classroom, after all. Now, I was just looking over at your grades, and I'll be honest with you. You're not doing badly. Not at all. But you could be doing better. You have potential. That's the frustrating part, though. You're bright. You listen when you want to. You ask good questions when you're not busy pretending you don't care. But lately, you've been distracted. Very distracted. And I have to wonder, is it the class that has your attention, or is it something else? Look at me when I'm speaking to you. There. Much better. You see? That's the kind of focus I like from a student. Calm, attentive, willing to learn, willing to stay behind when they need a little extra guidance. Now, you mentioned extra credit. That's why you stayed, isn't it? You wanted to know if there was anything you could do to improve your mark? Technically, yes. There is extra credits assignments available, and I don't offer it to everyone. Only the students I think are capable of handling the additional work and the additional attention. Don't look so nervous. I'm not going to bite. Not in class. The assignment is simple. You're going to sit here with me and you're going to listen carefully. You're going to follow instructions, and by the end, whether you've earned the opportunity to submit something extra, something polished, something worth grading generously. Does that sound fair? Good. I like when you answer clearly. Let's start with a little review. Question number 1. Why did you stay after class? Because you want to improve your grade. That's the responsible answer, but I'm not asking for the responsible answer. I'm asking for the honest one. Take your time. I'm very patient when a student is worth the effort. There it is. You wanted my attention. That's better. Honestly, it suits you. Question number 2. When I give you feedback, do you prefer it gentle or direct? Careful. That answer tells me a lot about you. Gentle, then direct. Interesting. So, you like being eased into it first. You like knowing you're doing well before I tell you exactly where you need the improvement. That's fair. I can work with that. You're doing well. You stayed behind and you asked for help. You're sitting there, paying attention, not interrupting. That already puts you ahead of most of the class. But you still need to work on your discipline, your consistency, your ability to focus when someone is watching you, especially when I'm watching you. There, you felt that, didn't you? That little shift, that moment you realized this wasn't going to be a normal office meeting hour. Relax, relax. Everything here is academic, mostly. Now, let's talk about your participation grade. You've been quiet lately, too quiet, and I know you have more to contribute. I see it in your face. You have thoughts, opinions, questions, but you hold them back. Why? No, don't give me the easy answer. You're not just tired and you're not just busy. You're avoiding being noticed, but then you stay after class and ask for my private attention. That's a contradictication. And I found contraindications very interesting. Come a little closer. I want to see if you're actually listening. There. That's good. Now repeat after me. I will participate more. Again, slower. Good. I will come prepared. And I will stop pretending I don't enjoy being called on. That one was harder for you. Interesting. I'm making note of that. No, not in your permanent record. Don't worry. This is just for me. The private observation. You responded well to the structure. You like clear expectations, and you seem to perform better when you know that someone is paying very close attention. That's useful information. Now, about this extra credit. A strong extra credit submission could raise your grade. That's not a promise. That is the syllabus. Good work earns good marks, but effort matters, and I do reward effort, especially when it's obvious. So, here is what I want from you. You're going to write down a short reflection, 3 pages, double spaced, on what you've learned in this class so far, but not some boring summary. I don't want you repeating my lectures back to me. I want insight. I want honesty. I want to know what stayed with you, what challenged you, what made you uncomfortable, what made you think about me after you left the room. Material? I mean the material, obviously. You'll submit it by Friday. And if it's good, if it shows real effort, I may be willing to reconsider a few things. Your participation score, your overall standing, maybe even my impression of you, and maybe my impression does matter. More than you probably realize. You know, when you first walked into my class, I noticed you immediately. Not because you were loud, you weren't. Not because you were trying to stand out, you weren't doing that either. It was the opposite. You were trying very hard not to stand out, but some students noticed anyway. They carry a kind of tension, a kind of curiosity, like they're waiting for someone to give them permission to try. So I'll give you permission. Try. Try harder. Stay focused. Show up prepared. Let me see what you can actually do when you stop holding back. That's your extra credit. Not just the paper, the effort, the attention, the willingness to be seen. Now, I want you to look at this page right here. This is your current grade. Not bad, but not where it could be. And this is where you could be if you stopped coasting. See the difference? The gap? That's not ability, that's discipline, that's follow through. That's whether you're willing to do what it takes. And I think you are. I think you are being challenged. I think you like the idea of earning something. I think the part of you came here hoping I wouldn't make it easy. Was I right? I usually am. Let's make this very clear. I'm not giving you anything for free. You want a better grade? Earn it. You want my attention? Keep it. You want extra credit? Then give me the extra credit. Or effort. Good. That was the right reaction. You don't have to say much. I can tell when a student understands the assignment. Now, take a deep breath. In and out. Again, in and out. Good. You're doing very well. Much better than you think. Sometimes people just need the right kind of pressure. Not too much, not too little. Just enough to remind them that they're capable of it. And you respond beautifully to pressure. I'll write the assignment instructions down for you. Reflection paper, 3 pages, due Friday. Specific examples from class. Honest analysis, no lazy conclusions, and 1 final paragraph answering this question. What am I willing to do differently if I want a better result? That question is important, not just for the class, but for you, because wanting better is easy. Saying the right thing is easy, but changing your behavior, showing up differently, letting someone hold you accountable, that's harder. But I think you can handle hard things. Academic things, obviously. There. All written down. Right there. You could take this with you, but before you go, I want one more answer. No overthinking and no pretending, just the truth. Are you going to make me proud? Good. Say it like you mean it. Better. Much better. That's the version of you I want in my class from now on. Focused. Prepared. A little nervous maybe, but only because you care and because you know I'll be watching. Not in a cruel way, not unfairly, just closely. I notice details. I notice effort. I notice when someone sits up straighter because I walked past their desk. I notice when someone pretends to read while waiting for me to look over them. I notice when someone stays after class and asks for extra credit with that look on their face. Yes, that look. Don't act like you don't know. You're very transparent when you want something. Luckily for you, I appreciate ambition. All right, you should go before the next class comes in. Take the assignment sheet, read it carefully, and don't disappoint me. Actually, wait, one more thing. Office hours are posted on the syllabus, but only for students who show real effort. I can sometimes make extra time, quiet time, private time, but time to go over your work very carefully line by line. So, do well on this assignment, give me something worth reading, and maybe next time we'll have a longer session. Good. Now, go. And remember, extra credit is earned, but attention, that can be lost very quickly. So, keep mind.